Coach. Thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 40! 6-man.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Love. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now here's Mahomes. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here's big. On first down, here's Love. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Trying the toss play to Love. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. That QB's trash. Let's go. Under 10. I'm out.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Hill on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
The improv on the scramble there gets them 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes is going to find his running back. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 3rd down, Thompson, and he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
1st down, Kansas City.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready to break.
first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll buy some time. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Desmond King picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Here's Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, orbit.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Fofo's the mic.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wagner. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Watch out for Hill on the return. Dances by him.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 38, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Yellow. There's a line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Yellow.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Topper, topper.
Hey, 43, 15.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gordon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wagner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Mike spoke both. Check pass. Check pass. 44.
From the gun, Wagner. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, Wagner. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 26.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Go. 44.
Mike, Zoo.
They can't hang with us.
Operating from the gun, Wagner. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, Delta.
44 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to the air on second down. Wagner. Incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Bravo.
44, Mike, 44. Switch up. 44's the Mike, 44's Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, team 6.
Mike's Bobo. I'm coming.
Yo, go. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Wagner. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Wagner. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This is Love. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, pick your game up. 43.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Love. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a give, right side. Thompson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darwin Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
I got 2 minutes.
Looking to throw on second down. Wagner. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw. Wagner. He's airing it out for Williams. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Five.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. I'm coming. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. All day, dog.
44's the Mike.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's complete. Henry. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less then do exactly what we saw there.
Looking to throw. Wagner. He completes it to Henry. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
44's the mic. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, Wagner. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orbit. 44's the mic.
Operating from the gun, Wagner. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Come on, QB, come on. 44, Mike, 44.
On fourth down, Wagner. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the run.
To throw on 2nd down, Wagner. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd down, Wagner. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
Here's Love again. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Love. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, 57, Carlos, 57, Carlos.
They'll run on first down. Love. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
They go with Thompson again, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Butker able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Blue down. 44.
There. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Switch.
On second down, Love. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
15.
You.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a 2nd and 7. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. On first down, it's Gordon. Darren Lee there to get him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Throw left side complete. That's Barnett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, Zoom.
Yeah. 44, Mike, 44.
Throwing on first down, Wagner. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Wagner. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Wagner sets up the screen to Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? On 4th down, Herman. Complete. It's Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Go.
Alert three.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one